Hi Gemini, welcome to your astro reels for the month of February. In particular, we're going to be looking at February 1st to February 15th. As you guys know, this reading is for you, but you don't actually have to have any Gemini placements, and you don't actually have to be watching this video at the time that I publish it because, well, it's energy. And energy is timeless and signless. If it resonates for you, then hey, maybe it's for you. And if, of course, you'd like to have personal readings with me, energy healing sessions or mentoring, all of that jazz, that wonderful good jazz, then all you need to do is find me on my Etsy page and bada bing, bada boom. All right, so let's jump right in. I do want to say that as I was getting your cards out, I haven't looked at them yet, but I definitely got the feeling that you'll be hanging your hat up about something, or at least that's what I heard. Hanging, what was it? Hanging the hat, hanging it up, what? Why did I? Let me see. I wrote it down. Hanging up the hat. I was like, what is going? Hang up the hat. So let's explore and see what that is all about. Let me have a seat. Okay. See these two cards. Ooh, for some of you, I feel like you're kind of in that growth mindset. You've been in the growth mindset, but it feels almost like you're like, okay, this is good. I'm going to hang up the hat now. I'm good now, wherever I am right now. And that's, sorry, I got to get back to that later. And that's actually a really good place to be, maybe. I'm getting the word beer for somebody, so maybe they're using that word to tap someone in particular on the shoulder in case maybe you may be like, oh, they're not talking to me, but they're actually talking to you as well. So, yes, so there's an energy of feeling just right now. Now, it's weird because I'm getting a little bit of a Stepford wife kind of energy, which is kind of strange. So if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, we'll let it go. But it's kind of like somebody saying, I've got feels like a male energy. It doesn't have to be, but masculine energy for sure, saying, I've got my wife right where I want her. Like now it's like the perfect Stepford wife. It's like the perfect attunement. Like I've been working towards getting this person to this place, this state of being, and now I've gotten exactly what I wanted. It's giving me a little bit of magician genie kind of vibes, kind of, puppeteery kind of, with a vacant person that you're working on. Have you ever seen the movie Stepford Wives, the more modern version of it with what's her name? Nicole Kidman, right? It's that energy. It's kind of like that vacant vessel, and so you can impress upon them something. So there's an energy here that's kind of like, it started feeling good, and when I was like, looks like you've been at the place where it's like something's too hot, something's too cold. This is just right. I'm gonna hang up the hat now. But now I'm like it feels a little bit icky because it almost feels like you've been training somebody to be a certain way. Now, again, if this message is for you, then this is the universal dynamic. So I'm expressing it in terms of a relationship, but it could also be in terms of a work connection or, employee, employer. Maybe you're the one on the receiving end here and somebody else is being the puppeteer, or opposite, right? So use your own discernment in how these energies play out in your life. But I'm getting some vibes. I'm just like, yeah, it's to the point that having breadcrumbed somebody so much and kind of fed them a certain ideology to get them to do as you would have them do. And the energy that I'm kind of picking up now, it feels almost like, wow, it feels a little bit like the energy is the jig is up now. Okay, so whatever's going on, wow, what is going on in this video? The jig is up. So I'm seeing, again, I don't know which side you fall on here, but the person who has been being engineered is the best way I could say that. To be engineered sounds even better or more like on point with this energy frequency than the word puppeteered. It feels engineered. Somebody's been training somebody to be a certain way, right? But even the word training implies that the person being trained has enough mental faculties to kind of take part in this, but it just feels like they're a little bit of a vacant vessel in a sense. So possibly this person may be very, okay. I was going to say impressionable, but the guides are saying superficial. And I see these two cards wanting to come in. So something is going on where now I'm getting a little bit of a third party energy where you, the viewer, if you're, depending, because the dynamics are very different, but I'm getting wind that for some of you, you, the viewer, are the one who's involved in a legit relationship with the engineer, and the engineer has been engineering or training a third party. That's for some of you. Gosh, I haven't done any third-party readings in a long time, so you know that I'm really just tapping into whoever is responding to this Gemini energy here. But it's almost like you or the engineer appeals to this person who's been engineered, who could be a third party in this connection. This person is like a little bit like a child. And so there could be subliminal messages that were being put out, could be gaslighting that were being directed towards this person. This person, again, does not have to have any romantic ties. It could be an employee. It could be a child, a son, S-O-N for somebody, right? Someone, maybe you're a parent, you're concerned about how the other parent is dealing with the child, right? So it really depends on you and your details. If these details, universal dynamics, are for you, then it will fit into whatever details are appropriate for you. But what I'm seeing is a little bit of the jig is up. So somebody, I feel that somebody is this person who has been being engineered. Oh, you like that grammar. This person who has been being engineered has been having an eye on this engineer. This person has been in two minds. This person has been, I don't want to say playing it a little bit dumb as of late, but has probably caught on for a while. Now, the card that fell off the deck, and it wants to fall off again as I'm holding it, is surrender your ego. So I'm wondering, because this card definitely came out for this reading, but I hit it down by mistake, and I'm wondering why. I was gonna say, I'm wondering why it doesn't want to come here. And then my hand like shook and it just fell off again. So we're gonna let that be whatever it's going to be, but we're taking note, right? So let's put our minds into, or ourselves into the place of the person who has been engineered, right? This person has been wisening up. This person has been putting their 2 cents away. So some of you, somebody, whoever this person is, could be you, could be another person altogether. They've been possibly even saving money, saving resources, getting ready to make a dramatic move is what I'm getting. So a dramatic turn of events. What is this card? This is the card that I didn't see what it was, but whatever is going on here, it's now aligning with this contract energy. So some energy is moving in. And here we have intricacies in industry, which always vibes like 3 of Pentacles to me. So somebody has been building and is going to be collaborating with somebody else for something. All right, there's something going on. So obviously, I mean, in this story, I'm like, what is somebody seeking a divorce? I don't know. They're hiring an attorney, but I don't even want to go into those details because they're not important. You, the viewer, will supply your details. But the jig is definitely up, and when we remove the blindfolds, the gaslighting, the this and that, we see this is a karmic situation. Heavy karmic situation, in the sense that karma is being dealt, in the sense that maybe these people were together to learn some lessons. That is what karma is all about. The goal is to create balance, right? Create an energetic balance. So they could have come together for the sake of learning. I'm hearing someone say, I want out. And so if there's a karmic situation that is so imbalanced like this, then chances are that the person who is wisening up, who was superficial, Yeah, they were superficial, so they were buying, they were taking whatever they were being given. Now, this superficiality, obviously, we can think about it in terms of money, in terms of contracts, they're saying, in terms of the material. Maybe they have a partner who is rich or is giving them a lot of stuff, and so they're being bought into submission. Oh God, that is so, I'm sorry, the way I'm just reacted, because when I said they're being bought into submission, that was so energetically accurate with the energy frequencies that I'm feeling, that it shook me a bit. Because as I'm doing these readings, all I'm doing is interpreting the energy and putting it into English in as approximate a way as I can. But when I just said that, that just feels like, ooh. Now, if it's a child, for example, or an employee, we want to look at that dynamic. What does it mean that they're being bought? What does it mean that they're, is this a razzle-dazzle kind of thing? What's going on here? But either way, the lesson here for this person is to wisen up, to pay attention, to get out from the spell that they've been under. And the way to do that is to take personal responsibility, right? That's the lesson here. You can't have it both ways. You provide for yourself, you love yourself, you teach yourself, you do all these things that you were telling yourself you were trying to do through this unsavory connection. Could be a coworker, could be a boss, it could be a romantic partner, again, a parent, a friend, whatever. This is a relational situation that was very imbalanced. So that's the lesson there for that person. Taking personal responsibility for yourself will help ward you away from just receiving because of superficial ways. And that's the archetype of the prostitute. And I'm not saying this person's a prostitute, but when we're talking in terms of archetypal language, that is what this is. Okay? So this person is being asked to stop and think, what was strong enough? And what did I value more than my sense of self, that I gave away my power? 12 minutes, 12 seconds, that's for that person. This other person who I was picking up on earlier, who is the engineer, is, again, now I can say puppeteering, right? Now this makes sense to say this, or it feels more accurate and it fits vibrationally. Puppeteering, this person has to learn how to see the humanity behind people. I do have to say that this person may actually have a long way to go, because and I doubt this person is the one you the viewer, because they wouldn't be attracted to this show, this movie, this whatever, this reading, this call, this meeting, whatever. They wouldn't. They're just not that aware. They don't care enough about the reactions of others. I just see them blindly buying, giving. Here, shut up, take it, shut up, take it, go. And it's such a uncomfortable energy for me that I just have to get off of it very quickly. So I'm not going to feel into that energy too much. They're telling me that for some of you, this was a parent of yours back in the day, and this is looking like a dynamic that maybe some of you may have already overcome, in which case, yay! Yeah, you see the light now. You see the light, 13 minutes, 31 seconds, right? And some of you, as you're watching this, or whoever this is about, they've been watching. They've been watching. But either way, the whole point now is, what actions are you going to take in order to move forward from this space? Okay? Now, it's almost like going to be an extraction is what I'm getting. How are you going to extricate yourself from this situation? Or whoever this is, how are they going to extricate themselves from this situation? Surrender to intuition, surrender resentments. It is what it is. Listen, you were a willing party at one point, or this person was. You're willing to give away something to get something in return. Be at peace about it. Accept it. Get out of the ego. We saw that card fall. Get out of the ego. It fell a little bit because ego wasn't the only factor here. There could have been a little naivete, impressionability, the archetype that we talked about, a lot of things. So really it's going to depend on a personal reading. God bless you. I'm just curious, if anyone wants to do the soul contracts reading, check that out, where you can look it up to 3 people and look at how you relate to them. I'm just throwing that out there because I just think that's such a good one. This is a perfect category for this. Anyway, God bless you guys. If you want to find me, you know where to. Mwah. Love you.